pretty much. People saw you and they saw you getting clipped up, including us. Like everyone saw it. And they're like, yo, this is a new way to go viral. And now clips are everything.
Now it's everything. But there's a double-edged sword, because a lot of the things people think bad about me are from out of context small clips, which are deliberately designed to be as abrasive and offensive as possible because it gets the most engagement. So some random kid in Peru can make money off AdSense and I didn't even see the money. So it goes both ways. But yes, back then was before the social media algorithms were actively trying to suppress my influence. So that perhaps was the peak of seeing Andrew Tate everywhere. I like to believe you still see me everywhere. It's just changed. It's no longer YouTube in Croatia with Nelk Boys. It's on BBC getting dragged in and out of jail. But I'm still everywhere.
I remember the transition though, because I think the first thing I ever saw with you is when you sat down with that like light skin British girl in like the bar.
Standout TV, I think.
I don't know what it was called, but it was fucking hilarious. I saw that and it was funny. But I think on our podcast and like around that era, you would start to sprinkle in like, because back then you're only talking about girls and kind of funny stuff. And then I would watch and I would notice, and you started to like sprinkle in shit about how the world was working and corruption. And like, there was a little sprinkle of that on our podcast, like the education system or just, then you kind of switched into that and you went away from the females and you started talking about just how the world works.
And that got me in a lot of trouble, it seems. I should have just carried on clowning on women. I should have just carried on saying women can't drive. And maybe I wouldn't have ever had to go to jail. But it seems I did shift to the important subjects after a while. And I say this often on nearly every single podcast. It's important people understand it, that your ability to speak freely is directly correlated to your insignificance. There's no such thing as free speech anywhere on the planet, including America. Nowhere, truthfully, can you speak freely. There are always subjects and things you cannot say. And if you touch on those subjects, it's fine unless people listen to you.